How's it going, everybody? It's me, the Redhead Gamer. I know, professional setup for video recording. Anyway, I'm gonna do this in one take, so take that how you will. But anyway, for those of you who know me, hi, I'm a last year enthusiast. I play a lot of horror games, strategy games, and RPGs. That's the short and simple stick here. Now, you're probably wondering why. Why the hell am I watching this video? Well, you probably clicked it because of the obviously clickbaity title, which is talking about the fact that the game's been delayed, which it has been. So without any further ado, let's actually pull up the Twitter post here, which was also posted in the Discord, by the way. Actually, let me get you on the big screen here. Perfect. It says, "Hello everyone. As we approach Halloween, we have an update to share about Forest Hills. If you visited our Steam page recently, you might have noticed the release date has been changed and will not be releasing on the 22nd. We've been working hard behind the scenes to bring Forest Hills to life, and we're making sure it's an unforgettable experience for all of you. For now, it's coming soon, but we are excited to share more in the near future. While we've adjusted our release timeline, this extra time will allow us to deliver the kind of game you deserve, one that not only meets but exceeds expectations. The passion and enthusiasm we've seen from you all have fueled our journey, and we're committed to crafting something truly special. This project marks a major milestone for us, and we want to make sure it's a release worthy of the excitement surrounding it. The delay gives us the opportunity to fine-tune the details, so when Forest Hills launches, it will be an experience that grabs your attention and holds it for the long haul. We're pouring everything into making this game something extraordinary. Stay tuned. Big things are coming." Okay, so as we obviously got from that whole, posting, game's been delayed. No new release date as of yet, so basically you're all just gonna have to wait and chill and just wait until that information gets released. Sorry, but if you like last year content, feel free to hit the subscribe button down below. I post a lot of shorts on all the games I play, including last year. Definitely some good laughs and good fun in there. But if you're expecting that to be the entire video, don't worry. We're going to be talking about some things here. First of all, this game has died twice, okay? Nightmare and After Dark. Nightmare was so long ago, but I remember how painful some of the balancing was, and After Dark had its own demons too. So what I'm trying to get at is, if this game releases for a third time, it has to be fun for the casual player. And why do I say that? Well, Nightmare was literally a nightmare, especially if you were playing Fiends, because there were no real counters to some of the weapons. The taser, super overpowered, could literally interrupt kill animations and prevent the Fiend from getting a kill. And the great thing about it was you simply had to tap it. Tap the mouse once. And it wasn't like the After Dark taser, where it was basically you only had a few shots with it. It was a long bar, and it basically went down as you held it down. And, you're probably thinking oh, well, that shouldn't be too bad, except if you just tapped the mouse. It only took a little bit, and it was so powerful it could literally interrupt the kill animation so that the Fiend was unable to kill somebody. Absolutely wild. And then After Dark had its own issues. But the biggest thing I would say that After Dark had to deal with was the bugs. Okay, how do you release a game, okay? And not just I don't mean this on release day, but how do you release a patch, I should say, that makes it so that classmates are invulnerable if they crouch? How did that even pass testing? Did anybody even test that? That is mind-boggling to me that it was like that for a good week as well. So there was a whole week where classmates were basically invulnerable and all they had to do was crouch. One of the most craziest moments of my life. And speaking about Nightmare and After Dark, there was also a particular content creator who shall not be named, but they tried to make it like, oh, I'm just finding bugs in the game so that people will fix them and take the game seriously. Hey, no, you're not. You're doing it for clout. You're trying to get more controversy around your goddamn stream so that people talk about you more and you kickstart your own little career here. But B, that was the crappiest thing because they basically ushered in the age of a toxic community. Few of those people to this day, they're pretty toxic. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to go into detail about that. But a few of my wish list items, I guess. A, make sure the balance is fun for casual players. Okay, the rubber banding in the game, absolutely terrible, bro. It's absolutely insane to me how easy it is for, like, the Fiend to hold the game hostage, and how easy it is for casual players just to get wiped and not have a good time in this game. Everybody hates on Dead by Daylight, and I've stated this multiple times in multiple different videos, and I feel like I'm just kind of rehearsing the same script over and over again every time I talk about this stuff. But one thing Dead by Daylight does absolutely right is the hatch gameplay. And not just the hatch gameplay, but the fact that solo survivor is still fun, even if your team isn't, like, the best. It's not the case in last year. If your team sucks in last year, you're going to have a terrible time. It's going to be one of the worst times of your life, actually, because chances are you're not going to escape. In fact, you're going to get bodied over and over again. And the whole gameplay mechanic they went for in After Dark actually supported that sort of gameplay to prolong the game. So basically, you got to die multiple times to make your respawn timer longer. I'm sure you guys can already imagine where this is going, you know? Fiends kills like 3 people, chases 1 down, last one gets a save, brings back 2 additional people, and then the process just repeats again if the team is like average or below skilled and the Fiend has like at least 2 brain cells. Right click, hold W, baby. Woo! That's every video game in existence, though. But that was like the major issue. I feel like a lot of people who play ASIMs nowadays, they're looking for these wow moments. Especially for content creators, or just your casual gamer. They all want those moments where they're like, wow, I actually accomplished something. And don't get me wrong, I feel like there's a lot of clippable moments in last year. I feel like, you know, when you get a sick kill as Fiends, such as, you know, when you're playing Strangler and you manage to pull somebody into the train rail, and the train runs them over, that's pretty cool. If you're Giant and you throw somebody off Bell Tower, that's pretty cool too. But there's not really a lot of moments that make you go like, wow, that was really clutch in last year. Sometimes you can get like a lucky proxy or something and kill the Fiend when you're like the last one alive and then get the saves or something. But it's nowhere near the level of Dead by Daylight where you can basically loop the killer for like 5 gens or, you know, counteract the killer's abilities with some sick play like you manage to, you know, crouch at the right moment and dodge one of Hunter's hatchets, for example, or something. Huntress's hatchets, excuse me. One take. Anyway, I guess what I'm getting at is if the game's gonna release for a 3rd time, for the love of God, make sure it's fun for the casual gamer. Make sure there's no, like, crazy bugs. I mean, some funny haha bugs, whatever, man. But, like, if people can literally go invulnerable while they're crouching, please look for stuff like that. The other big thing, too, is just, I don't know. Just be more transparent with the community. This whole, you know, postponing the release thing and then not giving a new release date kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, especially a week before release. It's already been postponed before. I feel like there should have been more, you know, transparency. And I get maybe they did this because they didn't want to, like, promise something they couldn't keep. But I feel like, you know, this is just going to push people along more and more. And as it gets pushed along more and more, it's just going to be, like, harder to keep up with. We haven't even seen anything new since the PAX gameplay. So that's kind of worrisome, you know? At least in my personal opinion. But, you know, that's what content creators do, right? We whine and we complain and we're like, hey man, get angry, please. Feel something so you engage with our content. And speaking of, you know, getting angry, I want to move on to some of the stuff that I'm sure a lot of people are talking about. Like, I'm just looking at the Discord and the Twitter post as we've been talking here. And one thing I've noticed in particular is that people are still judging these new devs by old dev standards. And what I mean by that is, like, people are still complaining about the Kickstarter. They're still complaining about the old devs and how sometimes they didn't reply to them in a timely manner, and a few other things, you know? And I feel like you can't really judge somebody until they show you their actions. I'm a big believer that actions speak louder than words. And if somebody says one thing but does another, that tells you all you need to know about them, right? The other big thing is just people talking about console release, which has already been confirmed. Yeah, there's a whole other video on my channel if that's something you want to deep dive into, by the way. But I don't know. What do you guys want to see in last year, or Forest Hills last year, I should say now? I'm still not used to the new name. Those are like my big three things that I think the game's gonna need to like survive. Lack of crazy bugs, good gameplay balance, and being fun for casual players. Let me know what you think down below. Also, if you guys enjoy Forest Hills last year and a bunch of other video game content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm telling you right now, if you enjoy shorts, I post a lot of those. If you love opinion videos, like where we can discuss big issues in the gaming community or about the games you love, we do that here as well, like this video. So if you guys like this sort of thing, hit that subscribe button right now. I really appreciate it. Well, anyway, y'all, take it easy. This is my one take with barely any editing, and I will see you all later. Peace. Bada bing, bada boom.